Okay, welcome to this Android app development course. My name is Casey, and in this course, I'll be showing you the straightforward way to learn Android app development. I created this course to guide people like you on the simplest way possible, yet robust method of learning Android app development. This is because a lot of beginners, when they embark on this journey, they are bombarded with all this knowledge, all these tools, all these steps to learn Android app development. But in many cases, those extra knowledges are not really needed. You don't really need to know a very, very large concept to just create a simple app. So this course dives straight to those really, really necessary parts of Android app development that you actually need to create your first app and your second app, and pretty much just the knowledge you need to build upon what you need. The knowledge you need to start creating your own apps and then build upon that knowledge to widen your expertise. So in this course, we are going to be covering Android app development, the programming language we are going to be using, how to use Android Studio, the designing of an app. We're going to be covering the very basics, which is the Android activity, which works with an Android XML file to bring you the logic controller and the visual interface. Then we're going to be by step 7, we're going to be dealing with basic button clicks. We're going to be launching a new screen from that button click. We're going to be diving into saving data, retrieving data, how to use libraries, that is external libraries like tools that are already designed so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. We're going to be looking into how to import those libraries from GitHub and other places, and also some helper functions that will help make your programming faster. We're going to be diving with saving images locally, and of course loading those images from storage. We're going to be connecting different screens, launching a new screen, going back to the previous screen that opened the new screen. We're going to be learning how to design screens that scale. This is a very important concept because you want your app to look good on the phone and at the same time look good on a tablet. So we're going to be looking at how to design these kinds of interface. We're going to be creating a fully functional app. This is going to really, really be the fundamental way we're going to be learning in this course. We're going to be creating apps for each concept. That doesn't mean it's going to take a long time. We're going to be just creating a new screen that is going to be like an app on its own for each of these concepts I'm going to teach you. Like when we're going to be saving images, we're going to create a brand new screen for that. We're going to be saving stuff to the cloud, saving data, all those stuff. We're going to be creating a brand new screen for all of them. We're going to be uploading images to the cloud, downloading them. We're going to be uploading text, downloading them, streaming videos, all those good stuff. We're going to be doing them. This is going to be fun. We're also going to dive into the process of granting permissions to access the phone's camera and the microphone, or things like granting permissions to access the file storage on the device. Then we're going to be talking about, and I'll be showing you how to connect a physical device to Android Studio. This is not really required, but when it comes to testing the cameras, the Android emulator is not the best option. You probably would need a physical device to test your app on for things like camera. Also, sometimes you won't really get uh, the same reaction from an app as you would, like the reaction you will get from an emulator will not be the same thing you will get from a physical device. A lot of times physical device perform better than an emulator on your computer. So that's good to know. So I'll be diving into how to actually connect a physical device to your Android Studio. Capturing photos and videos, object-oriented programming. This is the fundamental of creating any software. So this is very good to know. We're going to be talking about this concept by creating a banking app, whereby we will need to create a banking class, a bank class that would be the basis of storing the transactions and the accounts account balance and all those stuff. We're going to be diving into list views. List views any content that scrolls, kind of like the stuff you see on an Instagram feed. That's I mean the main content view of your Instagram feed where you scroll. That's a list view. We're going to be diving into that. We're going to be diving into a very important data holder in Java or Kotlin in this case, which will be hash maps. They are very important. They hold data using keys and values. Um, we're going to be diving into other kinds of views like scroll views and custom views, which we can find online. And then lastly, we're going to be implementing a full app, but it's going to look like um, the kind of like the feed you see on Instagram. So pretty much it's going to be a list view concept again, but much more advanced to look like an Instagram feed. Then we'll talk about GitHub code sharing. This is where we'll be getting most of our tools and libraries from. And then lastly, we'll go over how to make money from apps. This is a very good thing to know if you plan to make money from apps. Um, okay, so in this course, there are three main languages we're going to be dealing with. The first one is Java, second one is Kotlin, and then the third one is XML. XML is what the interface visual is built with. But the good news is you only really need to know just one language well. Um, I recommend that language be Java because Java is much more adopted in the Android world. Kotlin is the new guy on the block, but it's good to understand the syntaxing of Kotlin. But Java is what I would highly recommend. I would touch on both along this course. I would mainly focus on Java, but it's good to know Kotlin if you plan to maybe work for someone who uses Kotlin. Um, but the good news is Java and Kotlin they work together. You can use Java in Kotlin, you can use Kotlin in Java. They work together. That means if you create a class in Java, you can use it in Kotlin. So don't be scared if you don't know one of them. It's completely okay. Um, so with that said, you're going to need to know Java and or Kotlin to be able to go through this course and be able to create your own apps. I recommend you learn Java, but if Kotlin is your thing, go ahead and learn that. People have always asked me, or beginners as well have always asked me, Java or Kotlin, which one is better? My answer is Kotlin is much more modern and it looks easier to learn, but it's not 100% adopted by the Android platform yet. What I mean by that is if you are working on a big app, the tools and libraries you would use, they're probably written in Java. And that's very important because you want to use a language that's it's really adopted fully if you're going to embark on a big project. Um, so it's good to keep that in mind. So it really depends on what you want. If you want to just quickly start, have a very fast learning curve in your programming language, and and you don't plan to create any crazy app soon, then Kotlin may be a good idea. But if you are really serious in the game and you don't want any setbacks, Java is what I would recommend. So to learn Java, I recommend you learn it through codeacademy.com. Code Academy is where I learned my own programming language when I was beginning. They teach programming languages very, very nicely. So I recommend them. Need to increase the font size of this. So I recommend Code Academy. Their course can be completed in 2 weeks, or even less if you are really focused. It's broken into 5 parts. Oh, sorry, a little bit more than 5 parts, but the main concepts of Java is broken into 4 parts. So if you can focus on this and see it as your homework every day through this course, that would really help you. Like I said, Code Academy is free, although they do have premium options, but really Code Academy is free. You don't have to upgrade to premium. You can just focus on the course itself, which is what you see here, and go through it. The premium part only gives you extra projects, but you really don't need it unless you want to. That's cool, but just to learn Java, this is good enough, and you don't need to upgrade to premium. Um, the same thing with Kotlin. Code Academy teaches Kotlin, and it's really swift. You can learn it within 2 weeks. If you are really focused, you can learn it in a shorter amount of time. So I highly recommend you see this as your daily homework along the way, as we go through this course. Again, you only need to learn one of this. You don't need both of them. If you already know Java, then you don't need to learn Kotlin. But if you want to intertwine Kotlin in your project, it's good to just take a look at the Kotlin syntax and just know how Kotlin differs from Java. That's really it. Things like how you declare a variable, when to say val, when to say var. So you just need to go through the syntax and you should be good if you already know Java. Otherwise, just focus on one language, and I recommend that language be Java. Okay, so that's it about programming languages. The next thing I'm going to talk about is Android Studio, which is the software we are going to be using to learn this course, Android Studio. So to download Android Studio, just click this link, or Google Android Studio, or Google download Android Studio. But either way, just click the link, and it will bring you to Android Studio's page where you can download Android Studio. This is going to take a few minutes. When you have it downloaded, I highly recommend you disable your antivirus on your computer. This is because antivirus would slow down, it's gonna slow down your build process. That means when you're building your app, or when Android Studio is trying to do stuff, your antivirus is going to start suspecting stuff and slow down Android Studio, and you don't want that. So slow down your Android Studio. So turn off your antivirus while you are building an app. Okay. So download Android Studio. Oh, and I highly recommend you also grant all permissions along the way. And once that's done, the next thing I want you to do before you begin any other thing is to have an idea of an app you want to create. What's that app that made you join this course? What's that app idea you have? If you don't already have one, you need one. You need an app idea that is going to drive you, because this journey of making an app, of being a software engineer, is not so easy. But when you have a target at the end of the tunnel, it's going to keep you pushing. It's going to keep you, fighting through all the bugs you might encounter. So that's why it's good you have an idea that will wake you up to come back and learn this course. So that's it about clarifying your idea. This is very important. Make sure you have it written down on paper. If you have to sketch the idea, sketch it down on paper. And I forgot to say, my name is Casey, and this is what I look like. So yeah, this is me. So I'm showing you my picture because I'm not going to have a video thumbnail of me somewhere. This is gonna be mostly a screen recording of me teaching you the course. So with this said, go ahead and download Android Studio and start learning Java and or Kotlin. I highly recommend Java. Then on the next phase, there are 10 phases in this course. On the next phase, we're going to start using Android Studio to create our first app. Okay? And with that said, I will catch you in the next one.